All right, quick glance at the SPY to show that the overall market's holding up very well. Looks like a little flush today, but right back up. And so we can go ahead with the watch list for tomorrow. So TBIO, to me, was gapping up too much this morning. Didn't give any kind of morning gap play entry, but certainly worth watching with a strong close. We'll watch it tomorrow. IOTS, nice pop today. Again, giving, kind of well off of its highs, but maybe a red to green tomorrow. Definitely worth having on watch. MRNS, nice little breakout. You had the gap up here, and then it gave most of it back, but it's held on pretty well. And then today pops again, so maybe a follow through day tomorrow. IMUC, this one isn't that pretty, but you had the big push, then a red day on lower volume, and then today took out yesterday's low previously, but then closed green, and you have possible kind of an inflection point at the whole number 3 tomorrow. Plus, that would be a break of today's high. So let's watch IMUC for a break of 3 tomorrow. Might get going. It certainly made a big move 2 days ago. OREX, nice close today. I'm going to show you on an intraday basis. Look at that. At the very end of the day, popped up on massive volume. So something. This was on watch today. There's 15-minute candle. So definitely goes back on watch tomorrow. I like this huge move here and kind of a flag and then a strong close. Definitely one of my favorites for tomorrow. OPXA. This one's kind of pretty. Had the huge gap down, right? It definitely had issues with this $1.40, $1.49 here, $1.48 here. Today's high, 134 before closing at 115. But it's got great support. It's held this area right below a dollar for a long time. So, and it gets these big pops. I don't know. Let's watch that one for some follow through tomorrow. Might get up into that gap. We'll see. All right, so that's OPXA. PYDS. Little volume pop today and closed above, I don't know, a month's worth of trading, or right at like the last month's high. Maybe some follow through on that one tomorrow. Remember, I build these lists, and I've got 6 monitors, and I just need one of these to give me a proper setup, and then also, add to that the morning gap plays tomorrow, the gappers we find in the morning. I just need 1 or 2 good trades, and I can make a living. A lot of traders, I think, really struggle with that thought, right? Maybe you make a good trade in the morning, but you hang out all day because you're a day trader and you think you're supposed to. You feel wrong walking away, right, after getting your morning goal or after making some money in the morning. And so you hang out and you end up giving it back or giving back some of it. It's taken me years to figure out that day trading should be about a 2-hour endeavor every day. And again, that's the first 2 hours are the best time to make money. That's when the best setups occur. That's when the volume comes in. That's when everything happens. And you might hang out the rest of the day, maybe get one more good trade, but you might also start whittling away at your morning gains. I've told people this before. You might make $500 in the first hour, right? And that's good. That's a really good day for you. And then you try one afternoon trade. You hang out. You don't trade through lunch. You discipline, right? You don't trade through lunch because you know you're not supposed to. Then 1:30, 2 o'clock Eastern time gets here, and you try one more trade, and you're up 500, and you lose $100. Okay, you still up 400. It's not a bad day, right? But human nature dictates that most of us, okay, we just want to get back to being up 500, right? God, we're sorry we broke the rules. I'm going to take one more trade so I can at least be back where I was, up 500. And then that one goes wrong. Now you're only up 250 for the day. Even if you have the wherewithal to quit after that, that plus 250 feels like a loss, doesn't it? Because you were up 500. Okay? So the most profitable, the best setups occur in the opening 2 hours. If you get, and everyone, in my opinion, should have a daily goal. If you get your daily goal in that first 2 hours, walk away, right? Then you take away the risk of doing what I just spelled out to you. And the best part of it is you have the rest of the day to do what? Whatever you want, right? That's what makes trading the best profession on the planet. All right, so anyway, CBMX, this is a pretty handsome setup. You had a spike here, a spike here. Both of them were thwarted, and then, then you had a nice little pop that held its gains. Sellers came in yesterday, and it's right back up there. Love this thing. This is a great setup. So let's keep our eyes, a low float. Let's keep our eyes on this one for tomorrow. ONTX, again, kind of had a breakout. Sellers came in and closed near its highs today. It's a good possible setup for tomorrow. GNVC, this one's a little squinky, but you had the gap up, and then you had a gap down, and now it's down again, but it closed green. It's kind of, that's some weird action. But this one might catch a bid tomorrow. I definitely want to watch it. CUR, huge move here. In 2 days, it went from 335 to 607, right? Between this day and this day. And now you've come down on decreasing volume for the last 2 days to close at 430 something. Definitely worth a look tomorrow. BIOC, kind of the same thing. You had the big pop, then you had the gap up, then you had the gap down, and it also closed below its open. But this one, I think it probably needs to come in again. But we'll start watching it tomorrow for a bounce. MYOS, huge move. Then a gap down today, closing near its lows. Probably needs to come in another day. But I like the smaller volume on today's decline. Definitely worth watching. That thing can move like crazy when it moves, so it goes on watch. And then lastly, I have VKTX. You had a really nice breakout here. Then 3 days on declining volume, back to kind of visit the breakout area. That's a good candidate for a possible bounce. All right, we'll also work together as a team in the chat room to build a list of morning gap plays as well. And remember, guys, it only takes one. Have a good night.